Hey Philip, I want to shoot the same video again because I was turning upside down and I know it gets totally confusing when you're sitting and looking at it. But actually I want to talk about growth mindset. And when you talk about growth mindset, the opposite is fixed mindset, right? And I think to understand growth mindset, for me, there's three main things I really want to emphasize. And one is you have to have a burning platform in order you want to change. And secondly, you have to have no blame. And thirdly, you have to keep going. And maybe I want to take a different take on this, but I remember when I was a kid, a teenager, I was fighting a lot, I was very angry, and I was not very proud of it, so I wanted to change it. I wanted to become a better person and then eventually become a good person, right? So I know I became a better person. I'm not sure if I'm a good person yet, but anyway, my platform was burning so much, so I wanted to change. And that was how the whole thing started for me, to start meditating. And I did that my entire life for 35 years. And still there's things that is coming up. There are things that I talked about that I had with bad conscience, without any cause, without me being involved in the reason why something happened, and I felt this bad conscience, and it was like contracting in every cell in my body, and it was really not very pleasant. And I realized it, I think, some months ago, and it was such a relief, such a liberating feeling to suddenly just relax. And you can ask yourself, why didn't I notice it before? And the reason I think is because you're so used to it. It's part of your totality, it's part of you being, that you identify with the feelings you have, and also your body gets used to those chemicals that your brain produces, the cortisol, the adrenaline, everything that is happening is part of you, and you are just a drug addict, right? And so don't blame yourself. That's very, very important. And as I said yesterday, the blaming or the giving people bad conscience is a very strong way of controlling people, right? So if you're in a bad relationship or you're even brought up with it, that's a way of controlling yourself. Maybe that's why I had this self-blame, because I was controlled by that, by stepfather. This blaming thing or excuse that you do like this, that's why I did this. So this is really very important to be aware of. And the other thing is also, when you want to change, you want to go from A to B, then that transition, that's where your brain has to use energy, because it has to get out of the comfort zone. And the brain's job is to preserve energy. So it wants to keep you back. It's not that you want to keep you stuck, but it just wants to keep you safe. So that's the other thing. So you also have to understand that. The more you understand that, the more easier it is to make the subconscious brain work for you instead of it working against you. So you have to know when the subconscious brain is having pictures of something, it's because of a snapshot it has in the past that is meant to keep you safe. But maybe they're not serving you well right now. So that's where awareness comes in. When you have emotion arising, you have to be aware, oh, what is this? Where does it come from? Before that emotion, there's a thought. And you have to be aware of that thought. What did it tell me? That's from the past. Okay. And when you realize it, you can release it. And you can have new affirmations, say, okay, that was from the past, now I feel and think like this. But sometimes just realizing it, that's the moment when you release it. When you know, because you understand that in essence, these thoughts are empty, because they are in the past anyway. It's gone, the situation is gone, it doesn't exist anymore, right? And the third thing I want to say is, you have to keep going. And it can be in a fight, it can be in life in general, or just having a growth mindset. Keep going is the most crucial. Sometimes you have to go, the best thing you can is having awareness so much you're living moment by moment. And then when you're living so aware, then concepts, ideas patterns can appear, but you're so aware of it, so you can just see it appearing and then disappearing again. But if not, you maybe react, but then you can feel the sensation in your body. Maybe you have body heat, maybe you have a different sensation, whatever it is, or you feel cold or the blush, or if you get embarrassed or whatever. That sensation is also an indicator something is happening, and then you have to be aware what is happening right now. And if you can see that, then you're already caught by it, but then you have to wait until the wave comes down, and then you can say, okay, breathe in. Okay, that's the situation. This is what is happening. That's a story from the past. I don't need to react on this right now. And then you can approach the situation differently. And I want to share a story when I was a security. This guy, he grabs me. Well, it starts before that. He's actually really angry and he's blowing himself up like rah, 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 and breaking his loop. But I ask him some questions and he calms down. And at that moment, he realized actually I came here to be angry, and then he built himself up again and said, come out here. And he's shouting so much, so I have to take control of the situation. So I go out to him and he grabs me, and I grab him here in the shirt, right? And when he does that, at that moment, everything relaxes in me. I'm like, wow, okay, because I know there's no weapons in their hands. Before that, my adrenaline is up, and I'm totally alert. What is happening? Does he have a weapon? How much? What is going on, right? And when he's grabbing me, I have countless of techniques, and I trained so many times, but I did do nothing of that. I just grabbed him, and I wanted to feel, can I get him outside? But I couldn't. I could feel it was going to be a fight. I didn't want to fight him. I wanted to de-escalate the situation. So I just controlled the situation by holding him. And he wants to fight. He has his hands up here, and I'm just holding his hand. I move my hand to his hand, and I'm putting my hand in space, and I'm doing nothing. I'm just aware, and I take it moment by moment. No feelings, no fear, no nothing, just totally pure awareness. And I'm just waiting. And then suddenly he takes the arm down and says, you just want to fight. And everything was over, and in the end the police comes and he leaves. But the truth is, I didn't want to fight. I want to control the situation. And I don't know what I wanted to do. I could poke his eye, I could do all kinds of things, take him down, whatever. But that's speculation. So that's me thinking from my past experiences, what could I do? But being present in the moment, that moment is leading you to do exactly what is necessary. And here, nothing happened. Perfect. So, if you keep showing up for yourself by being present in the moment, you also know what to do. So that's because you're not reacting on your past. You're reacting on the situation right here and now. And then you lose it again, and in a certain situation you lose it again, and then you start blaming yourself. But please don't blame yourself, because there's no reason for that. Just that you're aware that you lost it, then you can come back to it. And that's the practice. We practice ourselves to come back to the moment where we can live moment by moment, having total awareness in what is happening within us, what is happening around us, how to react to the situations. And then life becomes totally rich, because we are living from inside, not conditioned of outer circumstances to be happy, to be joyful, because we are rich inside. And then again, from the first thing, you have to, when you blame yourself, okay, why I'm doing this? Because I want to improve myself. That's your burning platform. So the burning platform, no blame, and keep going, keep showing up, go step by step, and you have a growth mindset, and your life will change. And it's not going from day to day. I mean, it's just like this, but it's good if you can keep it all the time, right? But we don't. So we come back, and we don't, and we come back, and then we become better and better at it, and life is adventure. So I think the curiosity is the most important thing. If we have the curiosity, then we can we can make the subconscious alertness relax. So we can have, by curiosity, we can say, okay, I'm going from A to B, so how do I do this? What can I do? What steps do I have to take in order to move from A to B? And if you're in a danger situation, it's the same thing. You are totally aware, but it's not like, oh, I'm curious. No, it's like, you're totally aware. Okay, what do I need to do to get out of this situation? And you see the possibilities, and you take a new step, and a new step, and a new step, and suddenly you're in a new place in your life. I wish you a great day, and I wish you the best. Be great.